Back in the woods again. Today we're going to do one of my all-time favorite runs. This is in my own backyard. This is the James River Face Wilderness area on the Appalachian Trail. We're going to cross the James River on the footbridge and see what's over there. We just crossed the footbridge over the AT. This was a Rails to Trails project. They used the old abandoned pilings from a railroad bridge. Nice way to get into the wilderness area. A lot of people think it's called the footbridge because you cross it on foot, but really it's named in honor of Bill Foote. He was one of the leaders here of the Appalachian Trail Club who worked to get this bridge built, who died all too young. I knew Bill a little bit. He was a great guy, heck of a hiker, also a heck of a caver too. We're about to enter the wilderness area. Here's the sign. James River Face Wilderness is the oldest wilderness area in Virginia. It was the first area designated in the Commonwealth back in 1975. There's nearly 8,900 acres here of wilderness. It's had 35 years to recover from prior logging. Really beautiful area. A couple of trails off the AT that we're also going to go on today. One of many inviting swimming holes along Matts Creek. Water's a little low now, but I've been known to hop in on a hot day. We just crossed by the Matts Creek Trail Shelter, crossed the stream. Now we got the toughest part of this whole run. We have 2.5 miles of unrelenting uphill up the trail. And it's level on top, and then we come down this big hill. Following the AT up and up and up. Really is a beautiful, well-maintained trail. We're on this ridge line. Falls off in each direction. Nice woods. So far I've seen no people. There wasn't even any cars in the parking lot. I think they're all home watching football on this Sunday. Found another runner here on the trail. He had his head out, and then I got out the camera and he decided to go inside a shell. He's probably faster than me anyway. He'll beat me back to the car. We'll see if he's still here on our way back. Up there is Balcony Falls in the James River. We're looking down on it from the ridge high above it. We're a little more than halfway to the top of this trail. Now we start a series of unrelenting switchbacks to the top. I think I counted 12 of these switchbacks till we reach the top of the ridge line. We have made it to the top of the really big climb. From here, it's all a cakewalk, but it's not a cakewalk to get here. Here's the AT trail crossing. If we were to take the trail here to our right, that's the Balcony Falls Trail. That'll bring you out at the Loker track right near the start of Hellgate. If we go straight, we're on the AT. We're going to take Forest Service Road 35, which actually is a horse trail. It parallels the AT on the other side of the ridge. A few different views. I think it's got nicer footing, but we're going to come back on the AT to this point just to do something different. Time now for my favorite trail run food. Kroger cheese-on-cheese crackers. Hey, salt, carbohydrate, fat. What more could you want? Here's the view along Forest Service 35. Goes along the ridge line just above the AT. Nice, smooth trail to run on. Looks like the horse people have cleared out the deadfalls for us. Coming across an open area on the trail here. I refer to this area as the LZ. This was a landing zone cut by the Forest Service during a forest fire a couple years ago to evacuate a couple of ill firefighters. Why this is a landmark is because just about 20 feet down over that hill is the Appalachian Trail, and this is one way you can get back on it. The horse trail goes that way, but if we go right down here, we will come out on the Appalachian Trail. And there it is. And this is such a pretty section of trail, I really do want to run it. If we stayed on the horse trail, it would eventually run into this about a mile further down. Up there is Highcock Knob. The AT goes over the top of that, comes down to Marble Springs. This is the trail to Marble Springs. One of my favorite sections of the AT to run on. Just a gorgeous trail in the wilderness area. Up there is Thunder Hill. That's the Thunder Hill wilderness area, which is adjacent to the James River face. And here we have the AT. Just a gorgeous day, gorgeous trail to run on. So lucky to be up here today. We've arrived at Marble Springs, our turnaround point. The spring is about 100 yards down that trail there. Good spot to camp here. Fire circle. I have on occasion hiked in here at night and put my hammock up between some of these trees, spent the night, then got up at dawn and run back home. This is my home turf, I'm proud to say. 8 miles back on the AT to the footbridge on the James, and we'll call it a day. About 16 miles round trip. Not bad for a Sunday afternoon jog in the woods. Only one more hill to go up, and that's over there. Once I make it up to there, it's literally downhill for, a little over 5 miles till I get to the car. Okay, we made it to the top of the ridge. That's the last significant uphill. A few minor ones on the way back, but nothing of any real significance. Here's a fire circle, little camping area, although it's a long way to any water from up here. Here's the AT with a trail marker. This is the trail junction here. I want to warn you, you need to go hard right down there, because this is the trail junction with the Gunter Ridge Trail to the Belfast Trail and the Devil's Marble Yard. But our car is that way, James River, coming from Petite's Gap. And there's the trail again. Okay, we're on the big downhill now. Some pretty scenery. Eventually we'll be out there on that ridge line, and there in that saddle is where we'll head down, make our final approach to the James River. Boy, it sure is a beautiful day, and I haven't seen another single person out here all day. I'm back to the footbridge, back to the car. About 16 miles. Hey, what'd I learn? I learned that I'm glad I don't like football. Here it is, a perfect fall afternoon, and there's nobody on the trail. I think they're all home watching the Redskins. Second thing I learned, Dorothy was right in The Wizard of Oz. There really is no place like home. This place is at our back door, and it's spectacular. See you on the trail again.